In the U.S., many people see the government as too big and too powerful. In these figures, you see the percent of people that trust the government is becoming less and less every year.
Theater, okay? I don't have to memorize this. Things that society has gotten rid of because of technology. Schools are going paperless, textbooks are online, and online
Big
schoolwork
Brother has
is
been ramping up its surveillance programs within the NSA or the National Security Agency since the passage of the Patriot Act in 2001, 2 months after the atrocities that occurred on 9/11. Since then, the government has been searching for the means to hear all of our conversations, read all of our texts, emails, social media posts, and track our every move, all under the guise of protecting the homeland. Whether they have been successful at this or not is open to interpretation. Whistleblowers such as Edward Snowden have performed hacks that have shown the American people exactly what sort of surveillance the NSA is imposing and who they're imposing it on. Yet instead of parading Snowden and labeling him as a hero, he has been forced to seek refuge in Russia to escape from being prosecuted by the government for treason.
If you're seeing a picture of the boy holding the hamburger, or whatever it is, chances are you're 101% disgusted. And if you're wondering why our school lunches are so terrible, probably because that's what big government is. Terrible. School districts are funded by the government, meaning if you want to keep the funding going, you have to do whatever they say, including how to feed your kids. Schools are required to provide fruits and vegetables, however moldy they may be. This doesn't seem like a bad thing. The fact that they have to abide by a certain calorie minimum is. Not only are our lunches being controlled, but our vending machines. No potato chips, they say. Granola bars. No real food, they say. Processed. And is there one thing we can do about it? Don't bother trying to form an answer, because the answer is no. The money has to come from somewhere, and somewhere has to give us rules to follow. So, while we follow them, enjoy this picture of this kid eating mystery meat.
Although many people in the U.S. already think the government is too powerful, some fear the government getting even bigger. The government could easily fall to a dictatorship just as seen in the past with Nazi Germany under Hitler and the Soviet Union under Stalin. These dictators easily won the support of the people of the country and were able to overthrow the government and take absolute power. Someone in the U.S. could potentially do the same thing if the U.S. government does not start appealing to its citizens in a more effective manner, leaving the country in a state of dictatorship, which in terms is even worse than the big government we have now.
Luckily, there are solutions to big government. First, we need to preserve our constitutional rights, such as the First Amendment. By doing this, we can stand up against the government and have a voice in society. Also, we need to preserve the Second Amendment. By doing this, we are able to protect ourselves against a big government. When citizens lose their right to bear arms, they lose their ability to protect themselves. There is strength in numbers, so the second solution to big government is for everyone to put aside their differences and unite as one.
Troy, do you take Eli to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Love me, Eli.
And Eli, do you take Troy to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
And I'll pronounce you husband and husband. And now, kiss.